Everything I do is to become better, the best ever, and I'm not going to stop. Dolph Ziggler. Pro wrestlers today are hybrid athletes. Back when I was a kid, I remember watching guys like Hulk Hogan, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, just all these larger than life characters, larger than life bodies. Sid Vicious, may he rest in peace. Just all these people who were just ginormous and they just tore through the roster. And as a kid, I admired that so much. You know, I wanted to have those big arms, I wanted to have the big chest, and I just wanted to just intimidate anybody when I walked into the room, you know? But as time went on, I noticed that there was a change in pro wrestling. There was guys, especially in the 2000s, as they came around, there were smaller individuals, guys like Low-Key, Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels. The list can go on and on. The many greats I grew up watching who weren't as big as those original names that I knew when I was a kid, but they were just killing the industry. They were, putting on amazing matches. They were just phenomenal. No pun intended, AJ Styles. But, and then today, you look at it and it's like guys like Will Ospreay, Adam Cole, just guys like that. They're not as big as they used to be back in the 1990s, 1980s. These guys are slim. They're athletic. They can go for 60 minutes of just nonstop action, but they can still do all the moves. They can still do the suplexes, the power bombs, but they can also high fly. They can also do mixed martial arts. And they got me thinking that today, a lot of pro wrestlers are hybrid athletes. Not only can they move with amazing endurance and speed, but they can also lift. These guys could pick up each other and slam each other around, no problem. So thinking about that, I decided to change my training program. I used to have a very bodybuilder mindset. I grew up watching Arnold Schwarzenegger. I grew up watching Jean-Claude Van Damme. And if you didn't have big arms, you were nobody. So it's kind of like a stigma that's always stuck with me my entire life. And then I realized now that I want to succeed as a professional wrestler, that just don't cut it. Yeah, you do have big guys today like Braun Breaker, the Machine Brian Cage, the Murder Hawk Monster. Oh my God, his name slips my tongue. I was just gonna say it, Keith Lee. But you just have these big guys that are still around, but the ones who are main events, the ones who are stealing the show, are the smaller guys. And I say they're hybrid athletes. They're phenomenal shape. They can move, they can slam, they can go. So starting now, I'm changing my program. I'm ditching the strongman slash bodybuilding program that I was on, and I'm just going straight for hybrid athlete training. Now, if you watch these hybrid athletes, the guys who do like high rocks or CrossFit, they don't just lift heavy, they run long distances and they run a lot. Especially for guys who do like high rocks or like those racing events like the Tough Mudder. So that's exactly what I'm going to do, because the world of professional wrestling is always changing. And if you're not changing with it, then you're just stuck in the past. So from now on, I'm going to be training hard. My focus right now is on running and doing cardio because I'm 294 pounds and my goal is to get down to like around 240. I think 240, I'll be pretty good. So I think if I just keep on with my program right now, usually how it works is in the morning, I do either my cardio or my lifting. It depends on what the emphasis on that day was. So if I have long run days, that's my first workout of the day. I do a long run, usually around 5 to 8 miles. I try to go, but to be honest, at 294 pounds, I probably knock out about 2 before I'm doing intervals of walking, jogging, but that's why we're here. We're building ourselves up. I also started doing weighted vest hikes. I have a 60-pound weighted vest from Run Max, and that's what I'm using to go about 2 hours on the road time. And it doesn't matter how many miles I knock out. What matters is that I stay on my feet and I keep putting one foot in front of the other and staying consistent, because I don't just want to be some local talent. I don't want to be some local hero. At 37 years old, I'm trying to make it to the top. That's it. It's all in for me. You know, there's no going back. I don't want to be a security guard. I don't want to be at a bank account or an accountant. I'm sorry. I don't want to be an accountant. I don't want to be working at Walmart. I don't want to be working, at some government job. All right. I want to be a professional wrestler. So to adapt to the current times, I'm changing my training. I'm changing how I move forward. And that's how I would tackle it. So right now we're going to go over my workout of the day. This is what I did today. And I hope you guys enjoy it, all right? Y'all take care. Enjoy the video. Let me know what you think at the end, all right? My torture device for today. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's a Portland Bruiser, Matt Murder. And I told you guys that I wouldn't just be sharing my matches or things like that. I'll also be giving like an in-depth view of my workouts. So I am here at Crunch Fitness in El Paso, Texas. And so far I've been cycling for 30 minutes, but it hasn't been a steady state cardio. I do an interval where I work my way up to 10 on the resistance. Within the first 10 minutes, I add one point of resistance every minute until I hit 10 minutes. And then when I hit 10 minutes, I go to 30 seconds, and then I make it to 11, 30 seconds, 12, 30 seconds, 13, 30 seconds, 14, and then 30 seconds, 15, pedaling as hard as I can go. Just straight on push for those 2.5 minutes, just pushing as hard as I can go. And then once I'm done with 30 seconds at resistance of 15, I bring it down to 9, and I coast for 2 minutes. And I continue that for an hour. So I just want to take a break real quick to show you guys how I'm doing it, but man, it is tough. But the worst thing, like I heard Matt Riddle say, the worst thing in the world is when someone's trying to beat you up and you just don't have the strength or the endurance to fight back or to protect yourself. You never want to put yourself in that position, so make sure when you're getting ready to get in the ring that your wind is up. All right, so as you can, like I said, I'm at 30 minutes. I'm just cruising at 9 right now. I'll go straighten that out. I'm just cruising at about like 9. And when I hit around 32 minutes, then I'll start hitting my intervals. It is challenging, it is tough, but when you have goals in mind, you gotta make sure you do your best to, reach those goals, or else you become lazy. If you keep on giving up on your goals, it becomes a habit. But if you make reaching your goals a success, if you keep on making it a successful habit of you always reaching them, then there's nothing you can't accomplish. So let's go ahead and let's get it. Time for me to get back to work. All right, so now we're at a resistance of 10 for 30 seconds. I'm gonna push as hard as I can go. This is really tough. I mean, 15 is ridiculous for 30 seconds. All right, now we're at 11. Sorry, I started recording a little late, but yeah, now we're at 11. Keep pushing. I'm gonna keep pushing. This is challenging. Don't worry, I made myself some nice Gatorade as a little treat. All right, now we're at 12. So make sure I can push at my hardest and keep going without like burning out all my electrolytes. Woo. Yeah, now we're at resistance of 12. And bad boys, starting to burn, starting to feel the burn. Definitely. But if any of you have been in the ring and you've been running spots, you've been hitting the ropes, you know what it's like to get that burn. All right, now we're at 13. You know what it's like to get a deep burn in those legs, Conditioning drills, baby. All right. And my goal with doing all this cardio isn't also just to build resistance. I'm also trying to bring down my body weight a little bit. Bring it down to around 285 to around 250, maybe 260. So around 20 to 35 pounds around that window. All right, now we're at resistance 14, and we're pushing. Oh, the thighs are burning. T, I'm burning. I'm burning. I'm kidding. There's no giving up. Man, this is killer. Come on. Look at the sweat. It's beating down my face. Oh. All right, 15. The last round right here. The hardest push. Let's go. Let's do it, baby. Our hands inwards. Come on. Come on, 15 seconds left. 15 seconds left. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Come on. Last 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is my climbing interval on the stationary bike. Whew. Man, that's tough. But now I get to cruise for 2 minutes and then drink some juice. Do that for an hour and tell me how you're feeling. If you try this workout at the gym or at your home if you have a stationary bike, comment down below. Tell me how it feels, you know? And if you have any other ideas for different types of intervals, I'd love to hear them. You know, I'd love to hear about different ways that people work out. So make sure you comment down below. Let me know what you think. After this, I have 5 intervals of 500-meter rows with burpees. Yeah, I said it. Burpees, they suck. So let me go ahead and finish this 1 hour. I'm already at 36 minutes. And let's go ahead and I'll meet you guys at the rowing station. All right, so as you can tell, I'm in my cool down. I'm almost exactly at 1 hour. My resistance is still at 10 though. I'm probably gonna cool down for like 3 more minutes, maybe 4 before I get to the rower. But whew, man, that was intense. Oh. I don't know why, but during the cool down, that's when I really sweat the most. Oh, this thing's intense. That was a crazy workout.
And we're red. 180, let's go, baby. Warm up.
All right, so unfortunately there's a class going on and all the rowing machines are taken. So I'm gonna take an advantage and probably knock out more core exercises today. So today I'll be starting with the Roman chair knee lifts. You can do a straight legged. I like to do knee lifts because I like to add a little curl at my lower back to really crunch the lower abdomen at the top of the movement, and then I can slowly lower it down. So that means I like to do a more controlled movement for this exercise. So we'll go ahead and let's get it. So that was a tough workout today. It was really tough. It challenged me. I was sweating. I was just dripping bullets. You know, I was tired. Luckily, I packed 2 bottles of pre-made Gatorade I make here. I buy the powder because buying the bottles is just too expensive. So you buy the powder. You can make as much as you want, you know. But that's not the end of it. Now it's time to go on a ruck march. My goal is to stay on the road for about 2 hours. So let's see how much I can knock out in 2 hours wearing a 60-pound weighted vest. All right, so it's a little windy, so I hope you don't mind. But I'm about 20 minutes in, a little over a mile. Not really the fastest with walking. I could definitely pick up the pace, but I had a phone call. I was talking to my dad, so I figured, you know, I just want to enjoy the walk. But I'm definitely attacking it now. I'm feeling really good. This vest is definitely heavy. Got my Gatorade. So, let's go ahead and get it. We're about to hit the first big hill. And I'm about to show you guys what that looks like right about now. All right, so from here, you pan over. And it may not look tall, but man, that's a long, long hill. So let's go ahead and let's get it. Okay, so that's the bottom of the hill over there. And now, slowly working my way up to the top. Whew. I think I'm almost halfway. Oh, this is tough. But I'm tougher, man. I gotta keep going. Okay, so the wind died down, and it's all sun. About 35 minutes in, about 1.75 miles. But I'm gonna make it. It's crazy because like this is still like the beginning, and I feel like I already hit the wall. About halfway to the halfway point, I was like, why am I even doing this, man? And I thought of my kids, I thought about my goals, of why I'm doing this, and just keep pushing. It's the best thing about when you're doing a weighted, like a hike, when you're wearing like a rucksack or a vest, you just gotta put one foot in front of the other, man. You don't gotta run, you just gotta put one foot in front of the other. That's exactly what I'm doing. Okay, so it was too hot for my phone to handle, and the camera stopped working. But luckily, look at how beautiful that is. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I love the mountains. Fortunately, my tracking app that I use to track my distance and to kind of like track where I'm running was able to stay on. So I could show you guys exactly how far I traveled, how long I've been on the road, and you can take that info from there. Whew. But it's starting to cool down. Only got a few miles left. So let's go ahead and get it. Okay, so basically I need to get over that bridge and I'll be done. I'm at the 2 hour mark. And the goal wasn't really to try to like do 20 miles in 2 hours or something like that. You know, the goal was to go for 2 hours, to not stop, to keep going. So that's kind of the goal, was to create the discipline and the mental fortitude to stay on my feet, to keep going. So now I have to tackle this bridge because it's right there. Whew. Man, this boy's tough. All right, let's go, let's get it. All right, so I'm just taking a second so you guys can appreciate how beautiful this is. I'm gonna be running those mountains. That's what I'm training for, baby. Those are the Franklin Mountains right there. It's actually kind of cool how this looks. Ooh, that's some serious digging into my neck right there. It's from wearing the vest. Oh, that thing hurts. Definitely have to probably wear a sweater underneath to kind of pad that. Let me see this side. Oh yeah. Oof. That's tough. To be perfectly honest, I'm exhausted. I can't even talk straight. It's very difficult. Doing the ruck march, doing the cycling and the weightlifting and the core, it takes a lot out of you. So it's important to supplement yourself. I don't like taking protein shakes. I'm lactose intolerant. So eating things like tuna and chicken is how I normally get my protein in. I go to Walmart, I get my $5 rotisserie chicken, and I probably eat about a whole chicken every day. And then I also consume about 2 cans of tuna. And then in the morning, I like to eat about 4 eggs. I'm not one of those crazy guys like 12 eggs. No, I eat about 4 eggs in the morning just to get as much protein as I can in. So that's usually how I roll. And if you guys are interested in watching these kind of videos, seeing how I'm training, if you want to follow me on this journey, I'm telling you, I'm not just doing this for myself. I'm doing this for my kids. I'm doing this to show them that if you have a dream, you have to follow it. My son is in a rock band. He's 15 years old. He's killing it, you know, and I want to push him to keep on continuing this path. I want to push him to follow his dreams. And it wouldn't be right. It would be a hypocrite of me to be so hard on him, to push himself so he could be the best he can be if I don't do the same for myself. So that's why I started this YouTube channel, to keep me accountable. So if there's something you're interested in, you want to follow along, you know, click that subscribe button, click that like button, share with a friend. You know, if you're a wrestling promoter, you're looking for some new talent, I'm out here in El Paso, Texas. I could travel all over the US. Let me know where you're at. Let me know when you have a show, and I'll be there. All right. Now, y'all take care. I'm about to eat some protein, take a shower, pass out, rinse and repeat. All right, y'all take care. Matt Murder out.